Saint of the day, December 20th. There's actually two today. Saint Dominic of Silos. Saint of the 11th century, he was the line of ancient kings of Navarre. Sorry, can't really pronounce things well. You'll learn that. Or spell. He studied religion on his own, having no teacher but the Holy Spirit. He became a priest. He cured the blind, sick, and lame. He said, "I spent the night near the Queen of Angels. She has invited me to come in 3 days, where she is. Therefore, I am soon going to this celestial banquet to which she invites me." Dominic fell ill 3 days and died. Saint Philogonius. Sorry, like I said. Head of Antioch. He defended the Catholic Church before the Council of Nicaea. Earned the title confessor by his sufferings. He died in 322. Quote by Reverend Alban Butler. "So perfectly renounced the world and crucified its ordinate desires in his heart, that he received in this life the gauge of Christ's Spirit, and was admitted to the sacred council of the heavenly King with unhindered access to the Almighty. Let us imitate his zeal for the glory of God and the Church to share his reward." In 1 John 2:15 it says, "Do not love the world or the things that are in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Word of the day is Abba. You can find it in Mark 14:34 and Romans 8:15. Also, carry a picture of a cross or some size with Jesus on it to remind you, and gaze at it before you start praying. Looking at a cross reminds us of how much love he shares. To mind us, he is the Holy One. Romans 1:20 says, "Ever since the creation of the world, the invisible existence of God and his everlasting power have been clearly seen by the mind's understanding of created things. And so these people have no excuse." The Word, which is God, and the Holy Spirit have been in their grasp, but they choose not to hear. They know about him, but turn their backs. He is the Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, and he has always existed, which I can't even grasp sometimes. God had so much time to plan us and everything. He wanted to get things perfect, but at the same time, he gave us free will to see if we are his children or not. The quote by R.C. Sproul, "Men are never duly touched and impressed with a conviction of their insignificance until they have contrasted themselves with the majesty of God." People are seeing people. See to believe people. Even at the beginning, Jesus would do all these miracles, and some still questioned it. Back then, it would be like, wow, that's awesome. Think of a magic trick you've seen. Weren't you amazed? The things Jesus did were not heard of. I would have believed him. The part of all the facts about how much time he took on his artwork, just like a painter, writer, musician, etc. They have to do it over and over again to get it right, and sometimes that takes years. Yes, it says in the Bible he created the earth and everything in 7 days, but realize how long it took him to come up with it all, and how many times he perfected it before he poofed it here. It's amazing. Stop and smell the roses. Look around and enjoy the Creator's creations this week, like it was your first time, like when you were a baby. How intriguing it is. Count your blessings, because if you focus on the bad, the devil feeds off of that, and that's how he grows stronger. Holy means perfect, sinless, radiant. He is set apart and one of a kind. God knows us better than we know us. Everyone struggles with the emotions of earth, like, no one gets me, my parents don't understand me, why can't they understand? Guess what? God does. He is our Father, and we have to get that in our mind. Every relationship takes two to tango. If you ever feel alone and down, realize he is there, by your side always, for better and for worse. Everything happens for a reason, and it is what it is because God said so. We have to trust him, no matter how hard. If we can't trust him with his answers, then we can't trust anyone, not even ourselves. What would you say to him if he asked you to trust him no matter what? Would you run to him with open arms and say yes? Do you want to be good or great? And then that got into what I kind of just read yesterday. So, okay. Have a good night.